Yo, it's the deal. You got Lone Wolf the Six-Skin Poet. And for those of you that don't know, maybe for some strange reason, you're unaware of the events in history. But today is September 11th, 2013. And I decided to do this video today in honor of all the people that we lost on September 11th, 2001. And I feel like that's the very least I can do in terms of being grateful, because a lot of people are gone today. Went to work like anybody else that had to work today or on any other day, and they never came home. And it's their job, and I know a lot of people, like when I think of things that I'll do in my job and then compare it to the job, duty, or functions of other people, I don't think I'm ever required to go to work and give my life. And I think that says a lot in terms of people who serve this country in a job function where you're in jeopardy every day. I think it says a lot about the character and the integrity of a person. And I'm just very thankful in general that there are people that are around today and people who aren't around that have done or will do things like that in the future. Because I can look in my own universe, in my own space, and it's sometimes it's hard to even look at people and trust them and believe that they can be legitimate people or have your best interest in mind. I mean, how much more can you have somebody's back if you're willing to die for them? So I wanted to mention that at first because I'm thankful that there are people out there. It gives me hope that it gives me hope in the world. And today, in honor of that, me being also a veteran, I was moved by today, and I do this pretty much every year. Is at my job, I will mention, I sent out an email. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I basically said, in honor of the people who gave of their lives, and I basically poured out the emotion I felt inside about these people who are no longer here anymore. Now, just have to say, like, if this was ever done on any other occasion, like if there was a basketball game or a football game or some kind of current event going on, I could see, and I'm not going to say it's going to always be the case, but I can see everyone in the office being in a stir of excitement and amped up. The current, it's breaking news, it's this is going on, it's that going on. But when I sent out this email, and I sent it to a big, I sent it across many different offices to different people, I didn't get one response. Now, granted, this did happen some 10 plus years ago. However, I'm sure that someone in some office has been affected by the tragedy of these people giving of their lives. This type of thing can happen anywhere. People pass away all the time who are related to, people in the office, and it's a sad thing. And I just wonder, when things happen in their current, people are amped up, they're excited, they're like, oh my God, either this happened and it was bad, or this happened and it's really great. But give it a little time and it just fades away, out of sight, out of mind. And maybe I'm moved because I'm a veteran and I know what it's like to put yourself in a position where you give of your life. But then on the other end of the spectrum is, who are you giving your life for? You know what I mean? Like, in general, I feel like, when people work together, it can be such a beautiful thing. But then when people are over it, there's no current or exciting new news about it. It's like forgotten. All those people that are gone and they're just forgotten. But let it have happened yesterday. There will be no other kind of conversation going on. It was like there's nothing else going on in the world but that. But give it a couple years and people forget. People forget about how many people passed away, about the significance of that event and how it has shaped the life that we live today. Not that it should have to be revisited for like the entire day, but acknowledge it. Like it happened. I just think that is the strangest shit to me. It really is. Maybe it's just because, there's a lot of people who aren't veterans. Maybe they don't understand like what it's like for those people to be gone. Like I was in during September 11th. I was on active duty. So at any point in time I could have been gone, like not here. And I think that's so crazy. If I wasn't here and that email was sent out by someone else, then there would actually be people who wouldn't acknowledge the fact that I died for those people. It really fucks with my mind because I'm just like, not one person. We talking about at least 100 people seen this email. Not one person, acknowledged it. I don't know. I think it's two major things that are going on in my head right now. It's just like the beauty of the fact that there are people out there, firefighters and police officers, and there's people who weren't even in the job function of, having to give their life or putting their life on the line that had done that to make sure that someone was going to be okay. That they were that cognizant of the beauty of life, the importance of it. And then on the other hand, you have people who are just like, psh, who gives a shit? I hang my hat because I know the struggle of being in the military and how alone you can be in the place that they send you and the kind of shit they have you do when you're in the military, and then how they can treat you. And maybe a lot of people they just don't see that picture. And maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion. But from the perspective that I have, it's like you just have that other end of it that it just seems like nobody is conscious. Nobody is awake. Like, maybe it was overlooked. Maybe I'm overthinking things like people say I normally do. But that kind of fucked with me today. But I think on the positive scope of it, I look at the people that actually were in the role at, people who served, people who just happened to be in New York and, either escaped the tragedy or gave their lives to help someone else make it home that night. So I do this video today to thank those people that gave their lives and are still doing things in order to ensure people are gonna be safe or people are taken care of. I do this video in honor of those people because, like slavery happened, 400 years later. We still dealing with the effects of it. A lot of people probably like, oh, that happened so long ago, but you still deal with the effects of it afterwards. So it's like we have to remember not to take that for granted, and to, it should be, to me, it should be a national holiday. Nobody should be at work. I think, because a lot of people are gone. Like this is a major catastrophe that happened here. But anyways, that's just all I want to share today because I just felt like, hey, everybody should be thankful for something. Thankful for, be thankful for what you get. Be thankful for what you have. Life. 2 fingers, I'm out.